Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one,
a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world.
It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I got like a crazy echo in my headphones. How are you guys this morning? What's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Today is Tuesday. That's right. Today is Tuesday, December 18th. Can you believe it? Oh my God. Today is Tuesday, December 18th, 2018. And guess what? It is the first and last time it'll ever be Tuesday, December 18th, 2018. So we got to make sure we make the absolute most of this incredible day. And I got to tell you guys, I'm already super excited for today. I'm already super excited for today for like one major reason. The planners, the Hashtag Rise and Grind planners have been a tremendous success. And I am so thankful that all of you have gone on and got your Hashtag Rise and Grind planners. But I got to tell you, yesterday, I finished signing my last one. Now, when we talk about signing these planners, you have to understand something. I had to create the planners. I had to get the planners shipped over to the house. We had to load in the planners. These things are 2 pounds apiece. We had to load in the planners. Then I had to open the planners. I went through 8 Sharpies signing the planners. And then after I signed the planner, then I took the planner and I had to put it in a little backpack because I decided I was going to give you guys a backpack on top of the planners. And then I had to grab a bracelets and I had to put some bracelets in the bag with the backpack. And then I had to stick them in the UPS bag. And then the USPS bag. And then once I put them in the USPS bag, then I had to seal the USPS bag. Then I had to set it off to the side. Then once I set it off to the side, then I had to grab a label. And then I had to use my stamp. Do a little Rise and Grind stamp. Stamp it. And then I had to address it. Hand address every single one. And I've been doing this for like 3 or 4 weeks. It's literally consumed my entire life. But I love it because each one that I sign is to one of my new family members, man. My Hashtag Rise and Grind family. And so I've loved it, but at the same time, I'm thankful that now they're going through Amazon. I don't have to do all that anymore, if you know what I'm saying. So, incredibly thankful to all of you guys who have bought your Hashtag Rise and Grind planner. If you haven't done it, you can still get one. Go to glennlundy.com. You can still get one. It's just going to come through Amazon now. And it's not going to come through me. So, incredibly thankful for that. But that part's done. Yesterday, I finished the final ones. They're shipping out this morning. Everyone who ordered one will have one. And that's great for Christmas because Christmas is right around the corner, man. Christmas is right around the corner. My mom and my wife were just talking about it. I did some final shopping yesterday morning for the holiday. And it's just crazy how quickly Christmas has got here. It's just crazy. So it's right around the corner. The good news is with the Amazon on the planners, Amazon gets them out in like 2 days. And so we still had to pack them to get them to Amazon. I actually called my wife's brother, Robert Brady. I called him. I had to have him come over and package all the planners for Amazon. He put them all in a bag, 250 of them, sent them over to Amazon. And that was it was really nice to be able to call on Robert, man. Robert's one of my wife's siblings. She has triplet siblings, and he's one of her siblings. He's a really good kid. He came over, and he helped me do that. And that's one of the things I love about family, right? Family is who we can always kind of reach out to when we need a hand. They're the ones that we turn to in this time of year, people that we reach out to this season. And as we head into the holidays, most of us, not all of us, regretfully, but as we head into the holidays, most of us are getting ready to spend some time with our family members, right? We're going to have people in from out of town, or we're going to travel. We're going to spend some time with our family members through this holiday season. And so this morning, as I was, getting settled into my zone and thinking, okay, great, I always just kind of ask God, hey, God, what do you want me to talk about today? And he told me he wanted me to talk to you guys about family a little bit today. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about family, but first, you know what we got to do. I'm going to have to turn this down a little bit in the headphones. My goodness. It's like I'm screaming at myself. What is going on here? Hey, everybody, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button. Because I believe if we could change the way people start their day, we can make a massive impact on this planet. I truly believe that. And sometimes all it takes to change somebody's day, sometimes all it takes is for you to hit that share button. So hit that share button, whether you're watching on replay or you're watching live, doesn't matter to me. Either way, I need you to hit the share button. It's also the part of the show where I need you to say good morning to me, and I'm going to say good morning to you. Same thing. If you're watching on replay, say good morning. I'll come back. I'll say what's up. Janelle Griego, how are you this morning? What's up, Anthony Santangelo? Jeff Baker's up in the house. Melvin Rodriguez is up in the house. What's up, David Perrin and CJ Craig Miles? How you doing, Cindy Conley? Ratkovich. What's up, Vicky Everett? Vicky Everett and the Twang sisters. Casey Rossiter's up in here. Scott Holbert's up in here. Robert Fuller's up in here. Sandra Benstock DeLolio's up in here. Leanne Reinsmith's up in here. Good morning, Jeremy Nolan. Good morning, Nolan Sanchez. What's up, Scott Simons? My man Scott Simons. Susan Rose is up in here. And of course, my man Josh. We're going to run that out a little bit this morning. I hope you guys are having a good time. I hope you guys are waking up. Let's get our bodies moving. Let's get our bodies flowing. Let's get this thing going. Liza Borges is probably out there running right now. Good morning, Liza. Good morning. I left you a voicemail yesterday. I hope you got it. I'm very thankful for you. All right, guys. Let's go. Let's have an incredible show. You guys ready for an incredible show? Man, that sounds crazy in my headphones today, man. Every day it's a little bit something different. I got the lighting thing fixed, though, so that's good, right? And we're on time this morning, 5:30. That's good, right? We want to always be on time. I got my new purple Rise and Grind shirt on, right? So that's good. But my goodness, for some reason, this microphone's just blaring in my headphones today. All right, check it out. I was raised by my parents. Most people were. Not all. I was raised by my parents. This is my dad. This is Glenn Lundy Sr. I don't get to talk about him a whole lot. He passed away a while back. But that's my dad. And this is, where's she go? I got a picture somewhere in here. That's my dad. And that's my mom. That's my mom right there. That's actually my mom with my daughter. But my dad and my mom, I grew up in Flagstaff, Arizona. And so this is my dad. This is my mom. They got divorced when I was about, 11 years old or somewhere right in there. My parents got divorced, and it was really interesting because my dad is a black guy, as you can tell from this picture. Okay, for those of you that aren't watching, some of you might be just running. All right, so my dad's black, my mom is white, and when they got divorced, they got remarried. My dad remarried a black woman, and my mom remarried this awesome dude right here, Everett Hull, a white guy. And so when they got remarried, it was interesting. The lady my dad married, my stepmom, she already had kids as well. My stepdad did not, but the lady my dad married, when they were together, obviously we had an all black household, right? So my dad was black, my stepmom was black, all my brothers and sisters were black, and then my mom remarried a white guy, and she was white, and so I had kind of this white household, right? So I had the black household, I had the white household, and what was really interesting is somehow they ended up living 2 apartments apart. So my dad and them were in apartment 30, and my mom and Everett, they were in apartment 28. So 2 apartments apart. like literally one apartment between us, all black household, all white household. And it was really interesting because all of the stereotypes that you could possibly think of, those actually existed in my upbringing, right? So the black household was, we drank a lot of Kool-Aid, we loved our fried chicken, it was loud, we listened to gospel music, there was a TV on in every different room, you had Motown, you had hip hop, things like that. We played a lot of sports, played a lot of football, basketball, things like that. Mom's household was a little bit different. It was much quieter. We listened to country music and rock and roll. It was just a different situation between the two houses, two completely different situations, two completely different cultures. And it was really interesting. Okay, it was really interesting way for me to be raised, because I got to bounce back and forth between the two different cultures all the time. Right, I go from mom's house, I go back over to dad's house, so on and so forth. So it was an interesting upbringing and an interesting family dynamic, and we made it work. Right, we made it work. And then as I got a little bit older, I ended up meeting this young lady named Isabel. And Isabel and I had my daughter. That's my daughter there on the left. She's now 19 years old. She'll be 20 in May. But that's my daughter, Kira, right there on the left. And regretfully, there was a transitional period in my life where her and I didn't have any contact for 8 years, from when she was age 6 till she was age 14. There was 8 years where we didn't have any contact at all, but now she's in my life. She'll actually be here in January. She's going to be here to come visit for a week, which is really exciting. But so that was kind of my family dynamic at that point. First, I kind of bounced between the two houses, and then I left for college and met Isabel, and we had Kira, and that was the family dynamic for a little while until she was taken away from me. I lost custody of her when she was 6 years old. And so at that point, I kind of moved and traveled all over the place, and I happened to land in this pretty cool place, right? This pretty incredible place called Kentucky that I absolutely love. And when I landed in Kentucky, I got really lucky because this guy right here, I hope you can see him well because he's really important. There we go. Let's blow this up a little bit. So this guy right here, Aaron Jones, and that's his beautiful wife, Melissa, and they're awesome 3 kids. But my man Aaron Jones, he's probably watching right now. I think him and his wife are watching right now. But him and his family, like him and his sister Allison. This is his sister Allison. Him and Allison, they kind of took me in, right? They took me in, which was really. It was amazing of them to do so, for them to take me in, because here I was just, this black guy from Arizona with a jaded past that they really didn't know anything about me. But this young lady right here, Allison Jones, she took me in. She let me sleep on her couch. She let me stay in her house. And their family, the Jones family, it was unbelievable, man. The Jones family, they treated me like, right out the gate, they treated me like family. I remember the holiday season. I remember it was Christmas. It was Christmas Eve, and they have a Christmas Eve tradition where they all get together and they go to the movie theater. And here I was out here, I was out here in Kentucky, and I didn't really know anybody. And I was kind of, I because of my jaded past, I had issues with my family and so on and so forth. And the Jones family took me in, man, and they treated me like I was their own son. They treated me like family. They loved on me, and they invited me to do dinner and to do the movie with them. And it just meant so much to me. Like, it's really hard to explain, but it just meant so much to me that this family out here in Kentucky that really didn't know me, they still just, they just loved on me. They just loved on me and treated me like I was their own. And man, what an impact that made in my life today. It still has a massive impact on my life. So then from that point, I ended up meeting my wife. I don't think I have a picture of her right here, but you guys have seen her, right? You've probably seen her 100 times. But I ended up meeting my wife out here in Paris, Kentucky. And my wife has three siblings, or she actually has four siblings. She has her brother Mark, who's a little bit older, and then she has the triplets, which is Robert, James, and Laura, who you can see pictured here. They graduated last year. They're the same age as my daughter, Kira. So she has her brothers and sisters here, and her mom, Leah Brady, and regretfully, her stepdad, Ed Brady, he died in a terrible accident on site, a terrible accident, and I'm sorry, I don't know exactly how many years ago it was. I want to say it was about 5 years ago. The triplets were about 14 years old when they lost their dad. And so this family right here became my family. I took in the triplets and Leah took in me. And I got to be honest with you, when the Joneses took me in, I was welcomed. When Leah and her family took me in, they weren't real happy about it. They weren't real happy about it. Here I am, 9 years older than my wife, so they've got their 21-year-old daughter, or 22, she was 22-year-old daughter dating this 30-year-old, black guy that kind of came out of nowhere with a jaded past and got their daughter knocked up like I think Leslie and I knew each other like 3 months. When she got pregnant. So that welcome wasn't as warm in the beginning as it was with the Joneses, but that kind of became our family, right? That became our new dynamics. We had the triplets. I took them in, they took me in, and ultimately it worked out great. And I have to clarify, my mother-in-law, Leah Brady, is incredible. And I absolutely love her. I'm very blessed, like beyond blessed, to have an incredible mother-in-law. We actually get along really, really well nowadays, even though we didn't in the past. And so that became my new family, right? That became the new family. And then I went over to Dan Cummins. I went to Dan Cummins Chevrolet and spent a lot of hours there and got just some incredible relationships with Josh and all the different people that worked there. That became my family, right? That became my dynamic. That's who I spent a ton of time with. Those were the people that I looked to that supported me. They became more than just friends. They became family. And then we reached a point where I had to get my mom out here, man. I had to get my mom out here so she could help us with the grandkids and with her grandkids and become a deeper part of this family that we had with the triplets and with Leah and so we got Everett out here, and we got everybody out here. We got that whole family pulled together here in Kentucky, and we got Grandma here, and that's been great. That's been great. And now here I am in a season of life where you guys, #Rise and Grind, you guys have become my family. I see that Brian Benstock's in here. What's up, Brian Benstock? He's become part of my family now. And Lisa Copeland, Janelle Delgado, Eric Thomas, and just that whole group there, Scott Simons and Liza and all the different people, of course, Mike Brockway, Ray Hatcher, Janelle Griego, Jeff Baker, Carrie Lynn Carter, all of you guys. Rise and Grind has now become my family. And so throughout all of this, and the reason that I'm talking to you guys about all of this, and the reason I want to highlight all of this is throughout all of this, there's been ups and downs. There's been ups and downs with different family members. There was moments where my mom and I, things weren't going so well, and Everett and I, things weren't going so well. There was periods of my life where things didn't go well with Kira, with my daughter, who's now 19 years old. There was that period where things didn't go so great with Leah Brady and the way that all worked. And there was different dynamics, of course, with Allison Jones and living in her house and sleeping on her couch. And things weren't always just rainbows and butterflies and all of that stuff. I definitely had a lot of ups and downs when it comes to family, but listen to me. There's nothing more beautiful than family. There's nothing more beautiful than family. And that's what God put on my heart this morning as I was writing out, and I was thinking, what do I want to talk or not what do I want, but God, what do you want me to talk to these people about today? That's normally the question that I ask right before I start writing. And he put it on my heart, just family. As we're going into this season, I want you to understand something. There's nothing more beautiful than family, but yet our families tend to be the people that we treat the worst. You notice that? Our families, the ones that we love, the ones that we're closest to, they seem to be the ones that we treat the worst. They're the ones that we're willing to trample on sometimes. They're the ones that we say the worst things to sometimes. And it's because of this passion and this fuel. But I also think our families are the ones that we take the most for granted. Let's be honest in here this morning. We're going to be honest. I know some of you guys take some of your family members for granted. Some of you take some of your spouses for granted. Some of you take the fact that you have kids for granted and don't maybe see it for the blessing that it is. Some of you guys take your family members for granted, right? I don't know exactly who I'm talking to, but I know I'm talking to somebody. But not this holiday season, okay? I don't want you to do that this holiday season. Here's what I want you to get ready to do. I want you to truly soak in this season, okay? I want you to soak it in. Now, don't get me wrong, Brian. I'm not telling everybody to sit back and relax. That's not what I'm saying. We got to grind. We all got work to do. We got to finish this year strong. But I want you to soak it in. Right now, this time of year, as you're going into these last 2 weeks, as you're going through these holidays, I want you guys to strengthen your connections. I want you to pull them in tight right now. I want you to pull them in tight right now. Because, see, here's what I have to tell you. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, especially at 5:50 in the morning, but I have something to share with you. The storms are ahead. It will happen. There will be some storms in 2019. I promise you. There will be some storms in 2019. Some of us are going to have worse storms than others. But the storms are coming. We're all going to have some storms in 2019. And when those storms come, it's going to be more important than ever that we huddle together with our family members. We got to huddle together, because when we can all huddle together with our family members, we can protect ourselves from the storms. And what I mean by family members, let me make sure I clarify this. I'm not just talking about mom, dad, grandpa, grandma. I'm talking about your coworkers. I'm talking about this group. I'm talking about #Rise and Grind, my new family. You guys are my family, and we're going to have to pull together in 2019 tighter than ever. I'm telling you, because the storms are going to come. We're going to have some storms. Right now, we have some members of this group that are dealing with things. They're dealing with depression. We got members of the group that are dealing with loved ones who are on life support. We got members of the group who are dealing with things like a loss of a child. We got members of the group who are lonely. We've got members of the group that are having suicidal thoughts and tendencies. We have members of the group that are struggling in their workplace. We have members of the group that are struggling in their marriages. We have members in the group that just we need more than ever. We need to strengthen our bonds. We need to get strong during this period of time. We need to huddle together and pull in as tight as we possibly can. That's why I'm so excited about these planners. That's why I'm so excited about this show. That's why I'm so committed and dedicated to #Rise and Grind, because I know the storms are coming. For some of you, the storms are here right now. And that's why we need our families. We need our families. It's so important. I'm going to challenge you right now to spend more time with your kids. I'm challenging you. Look, man, I know you're busy. I know you got stuff to do. I know you're rising and grinding. I know you got work going on. I understand, but I'm going to challenge you right now. Don't take it for granted. Some people can't even have kids. Some people are going to lose their kids. I want you to spend some more time with your kids. I want you to make some special time with your parents, because some of you are going to lose your parents this year. Some people have already lost their parents. I lost my dad 10 years ago. Don't take them for granted. Not right now. Not right now. Not during the holiday season. Schedule some time. We go once a week. We go Wednesdays. We go to grandma's house once a week. Every Wednesday, we take the whole family, we plot them all up, boom, we go to grandma's house, we have tacos with grandma and grandpa. It's an incredible night. It's a night that we all look forward to every week. Make sure you got some time. Schedule it in with your parents, man. Make time. Make sure you're connecting with your coworkers. Connect with your coworkers. Go out of your way to connect with your coworkers, to make them feel special, to make them feel important, to make them feel like they're the only one in the room. Go out of your way to do that. That's your extended family, people, and somebody needs you to do that right now. You guys are going out and we're feeding families, which is amazing. We're feeding strangers, which is amazing. But sometimes the ones we take for granted are the ones that are right next to us. I need you to connect with your coworkers. If you owe somebody an apology, I want you to apologize right now. If you owe someone an apology, I want you to apologize. I want you to do it today. I want you to get off of hashtag Rise and Grind. I want you to call them up and say, hey, Mom, I'm sorry. I want you to call them up and say, hey, brother, I'm sorry. I want you to call them up and say, hey, daughter, I'm sorry. I want you to make that phone call today. Apologize. Listen, and I do want you to slow down just a hair. I want you to rise and grind. I know we got stuff to do, but I want you to slow down just a hair and actually celebrate this season and this time that we get together, because we're all going to come together and we're going to be busy and it's going to be crazy and it's going to go by just like that. And I want you to slow down just a hair and make sure you're hugging on your family members. Make sure you're loving on your family members. Make sure that you take this time that you get, these people that traveled to come see you or you traveled to go see. Don't let it go by in a whirlwind. Take the time, take a breath, put your phone away, actually communicate and spend some time as a family. Listen, you have something to celebrate. We made it. We made it another year. You made it through. You made it through the struggles. You pushed through. You made it through. Some of us had different storms that we had to deal with in 2018. Well, guess what? You made it through. You made it through another year. And 2019 is around the corner. And I want you to celebrate. Celebrate this season. Come together. Let's come together and be thankful. Let's be thankful for the fact that we made it through another year. Let's be thankful for the fact that 2019 is around the corner. Let's be thankful for our friends, for our family members, for our coworkers. Let's be thankful for all of that. And let's spend some time together really strengthening those bonds, because I don't know what storms are coming in 2019. I really don't. I don't have a clue. All I can tell you is that we all got them coming. We've all got them coming. And there's nobody you can count on better than family. You guys have become my family. Hashtag Rise and Grind. I absolutely love you guys. I do, because each and every single one of you, you see, you were created by the God of the universe, right? Uniquely made to be the absolute best version of yourselves that you can possibly be. And you're already starting to make some really good decisions in that direction, right? You're in the Rise and Grind group. You're making comments. You're making, all the different posts, the motivational quotes, the biblical stuff. You're doing all that in the group. You're hopping in here on hashtag Rise and Grind. You're watching the show. You're taking it in. You're doing all of these incredible things. And it's making an impact. It's making an impact on your friends. It's making an impact on your family members. It's making an impact on your coworkers. It's making an impact on everyone around you. And it's making an impact on me. And I, for one, absolutely love you for it. I do. I absolutely love you. So please, go out there and have an incredible day today. Just an over-the-top, phenomenal day today. Make that phone call that you need to make to that family member. Tighten those bonds with those family members that you need to. Celebrate the season. Embrace it, man. New York knows how to celebrate Christmas. They got all the buildings lit up. Everything was beautiful. It's just incredible. Celebrate the season, man. Take their time. Take a breath. Celebrate the season. Do it with family members. Treasure these moments. And then do me a favor. Come back here again tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. We'll do it all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind.